Hello everyone, this is Sam with GG&Amen, spreading the gospel one game at a time. And today we're going to be playing some TerrafirmaGreg, the modern version. And we're just going to go ahead and make a normal world. I was thinking about making it a hardcore series, but just doing some testing on a regular world, and then just doing some other testing. Decided that the best thing to do would just be a regular playthrough. That way we're not starting over every 10 minutes after, you fall off a cliff or fall into a deep hole. So we're just going to go ahead and generate that world, and hopefully we get something good. Just got to pray, please Lord, give us a good start right away. That way we can get some progress right away and won't have to have any issues. Alright, so it finally loaded here. My computer's not the best, but we'll do with it what we can. Just normal. I think we will make it hard. TerrafirmaGreg's already kind of hard, so, what's a little more difficulty? Not hardcore, so we can be totally fine with that. World type, we're just going to leave as the TerraFirmCraft. No seed. I like to leave it blank, just to make sure that we get, hopefully, a good seed. No other game rules or anything. We could preview the world, but, let's just go with it. And we'll just name this something like, a whole, if I can spell, whole new world. Let's get capitals in there. There we go. That looks good. Alright, let's create it. This is probably going to take a minute for it to actually create, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip this because it's going to sit here at 0% until it loads, because it doesn't like to tell us any percents, just like Microsoft updates. Alright, so we're finally joining the world. Hopefully it's something good here. Please, Lord, give me something good. Alright, okay, we're on top of a tree. That's not great. Hopefully I can go through this without dying. Okay, whew. That's perfect. Okay, so we are in Rhyolite. Let me check my handy-dandy notebook. Make sure that is what we want. And yes, Rhyolite has bismuth, iron, copper, and gold. So that is actually really good. I don't think we need this book. Yeah, everything's right here. So we're going to toss that. Quest book. We'll open it, but don't need that. That can be accessed from up here. So just more inventory space. Alright, so first thing we want to do is collect all these sticks and rocks so that we can go ahead and start creating other things. We're just going to take a couple rocks, bang them together, and we're going to open up this napping menu. And with this, you just need to create the shape of what you want. So that was an axe. Here's a shovel. And then I'm going to make a couple knives. That way we can just kind of get things going. Turn these twigs into sticks. Make all of our tools. Put everything where it should be. Alright, perfect. And we completed a bunch of different quests. Just doing that, quick little step. So let's go ahead and chop down this hickory. And trees all fall after cutting the one log, so it's going to be nice and easy to collect a bunch of them. And one little trick we can do is just put a singular log next to a tree of a similar kind, and then just chop this. It's going to be significantly faster, and it's going to take most of the other tree with it because they're attached. And look at that. We have a ton of logs already. Even the chestnut that was next to it. So let's just finish off this axe, and we'll just have to make a new one. Okay, or we're just going to leave the tree like that. Alright, I don't need all of these saplings. I don't need all of these sticks. I'll just keep a few around since we'll need those. Bang a couple of rocks together. Make another axe. Alright, and let's do some exploring here. Just going to gather some of this straw while we're exploring, just because we'll need that later. And that is rotten flesh. That means there's a predator around here somewhere. So that's not great. Predators usually only attack at night, but if you run into them, sometimes they'll attack you during the day. So we have some lead and galena here. So we'll just mark that, and galena. Not sure if I spelled that right, but you know what? We'll just go with it. Alright, so I got some straw. More lead. There's silver here too. We'll want to mark that. We'll need silver later for, I believe, black bronze, if I remember correctly. Hopefully we can get some better things here. I'm looking around, I'm looking at stuff on the ground, trying to see if we can find any copper. Copper is going to be the biggest thing that we want to look for right away. Also looking for crops, just to see if there's anything good around. Grab a couple of rocks while we can. And I see some sort of structure here. Let's check this out, see if it's anything good. Margalina. I don't know what this is. Looks like maybe some sort of tower was here at one point. Haven't really seen this structure very often, so not sure what it is. But I don't think we need to stick around to find out. There's so much rotten flesh on the ground. That's really concerning. Lord protect us, please. Alright, just gonna grab some of these watermelons. As well as their seeds so we can replant them. These are going to be a really good source of food because, as we can see, it's going to last for almost a whole year, 11 months. So that's going to be some really good food to keep us fed for a while. And I believe it gives hydration. At the bottom, the red is health, of course, green is hunger, and blue is thirst. So at some point, we're going to want to also get some water. See some stuff over here. Oh, this is redstone. This is a big thing of redstone. And copper! We have copper right here. Yes. That's exactly what I wanted. Alright, so redstone. I'm just going to separate these out. I actually wanted to make all of these gray, so let's just edit that. Just so I can keep them somewhat straight. Alright, so redstone, copper here. I'm just labeling them with the colors. That way I can kind of tell what they are. So I'm just going to make gray, stuff on the ground. Green for food. Red for maybe home or something. But yeah, it looks like we got some copper here. So let's pick that up. And hopefully we can find just a bunch of it. There's pyrite here. Is that copper as well? Let's see. Oh, cast iron. Okay. So let's mark this here. Cast iron. This is really good. Oh, I canceled that, didn't I? Cast iron. There we go. Okay, and it looks like salt marsh and lowlands. This, I don't think is going to be an ocean. Kind of want to find an ocean or some sort of river. That way we can get some traveling done later. Go to some different continents that might have some better stuff. Just trying to gather up as much copper as possible. Here we go. Yeah, look at all this copper. Oh, and these are beans. Perfect. Even more food. We want to gather up as much food as possible. Even if we can't eat it now, we can always use the seeds later. And there is just so much copper here. I love it. I think this is copper dust. Yes, okay. So, yeah, just more copper. I actually don't think we need the pyrite now, so let's toss that just because I don't need it. We can always come back for it. We do need copper. Copper is number 1 right now. And there's just so much of it. I love this. Thank you, Lord. This just makes everything so much better. Our progression is going to be so quick now. Alright, another thing we want to look for is clay. And that's going to have some distinct flowers. That's hematite, that's iron. So we'll leave that for now. Look at all this copper. I've never seen so much copper in my life. We're going to need to come back here for sure. And let's just jump down here, not get hurt. So there is copper underneath here. I want to grab as much of that as possible. And I'm also looking for exposed copper. Because exposed copper we can always come back and mine. And I see some stuff down there, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that as exposed ore, since we don't know what it is. I think some of it's iron and the green stuff is copper, but I don't know for sure, and we can't really get down there right now, or mine it for that case, so we are just going to leave that alone. Ouch. Okay. So, you take a lot of damage. It's a lot more realistic for this mod pack, and obviously I just dropped a few feet and got hurt. So obviously there's going to be more damage when you do simple things. And there is a grouse. That's going to be some good eating later. Oh, well, there's two. Oh, or we could just breed them together and make a bunch. Alright, so there is bismuth here. Alright, and that's going to be... Oh, I spelled it wrong. But it's going to be really good later. We could use that to make bismuth bronze, but if we can get a bunch of silver, then that's just going to bypass bismuth bronze. Look at all this. I don't know what that is. Let's see. I know there's a search, wherever it is. Let's see, we are looking for something like world ores or world ore index. I see Mars. Why isn't this alphabetical? There, Earth ore index. All right, perfect. So that was geoth, which is cast iron. Okay. That was a very long roundabout way to say it. That's cast iron. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff down there, but I am very afraid because that is a long fall. And there's emerald on the surface here, too. Oh, my word. Okay, so we're either going to need to settle around here or just come back because there are so many things here. The Lord is just providing so well for us. Alright, oh, this is hematite. I don't want to pick any of that up now. Oh, am I picking up limonite, which is cast iron? Alright, so that's not exactly what I wanted, but let's just put these back on the ground, since we can. As opposed to the dust, I don't think you can put that back on the ground. Alright, I don't see any clay, and that's kind of what we're missing right now. There's copper over here. Oh, Lord, you are so good to us. Alright, so more copper here. It's pyrite. Even more copper. We are up to our ears in copper. Look at that. A stack and a half. Just wandering around right here. And I see some garlic here too, which garlic is amazing because it provides a lot of vegetable. You have your different nutrition levels. Provides a lot of vegetable, and it's relatively hardy. You can grow it pretty much anywhere. There's more lead here and silver. There's just everything right here. Lead and silver. Change that to gray because I forgot. And I forgot all these too. I am just losing it. The system only works as well as those that obey it. Just like our commandments. We have to obey those, and the system works out pretty well once we do that. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I'll leave that silver alone. More hematite. There's gold here too. Okay, wow. Alright. Oh, this is seawater. Okay. So this is the ocean. So that is great. I see some black flats over there. Or black tidal flats. And that's going to determine what kind of sand we have with that black sand. So with that, we're going to make black glass in the future. And the sun is already setting, and I have not found any clay. I'm looking. There's stuff down there. Where's my clay? I need clay. That's our next progression. After that, we can just start smithing up all of our tools because we have everything right now. And here's a bunch more bismuth, which is marked right there. So I won't mark it again. And there's gold over here, too. I will mark that. And we will change this to gray. Change that to gray. Even though I just got done saying that we need to stick to that. And then I messed up immediately. But, you know, we're only human. We can only do so much. Pumpkins are also a great source of well, not nutrition, I guess, but just basic food. because otherwise it's kind of the same as the melons, where it provides a very long shelf life, but it grows pretty quick as well. All right, it is getting dark, and it's going to get very dark here soon, so we might have to just end up skipping the night if I can't find any clay, because clay is the big thing that we need to make pretty much everything for early game. I'm just running through the woods, scary woods at night. Ooh, potatoes. Oh, look, clay. Look at that. Perfect. Why don't I use the shovel that I made for this? Sometimes the Lord just says, not now, not no, or never. So sometimes you just gotta wait. Gotta have faith. There's so much clay here. Everything's just in abundance. I don't even think I'm gonna be able to mine all of this clay. There's so much here. Okay, that's one shovel's worth. Grab some more potatoes. And squash here, too. Alright, I might be going a little crazy grabbing all these different fruits and veggies. Or I guess they're just all veggies. But we definitely need at least the seeds. Because you can't make any more seeds using the fruit themselves. So seeds are kind of a limited quantity. Alright, let's start napping up some of this stuff here. So we're going to do 4 clay vessels. Just to start out with. Because we can use those to make some of our tools later. As well as a large vessel. This large vessel acts as a backpack, so we can use that later to carry a lot more stuff. And vessels also keep your food nice and fresh, so if we throw our food in there, they'll stay fresh and we don't need to worry about it. Alright, let's move some of this stuff here. I put the wrong thing down. Alright, let's put all those down. And then what else do we need to make? I know we need to make a pickaxe mold. Oh, I need 5 clay. And then we're going to make a axe mold, which is just the opposite of what we made earlier. What else? I know there's other things here. Mold. Let's see. Want to make saw. Saw is what we need for sure. The reason you need this is because you can't get planks any other way. So we will go ahead and place that down. Another thing I wanted to make is this prospecting pick. Just because the ore distribution in this is a lot different than regular Minecraft. The ores are kind of just everywhere, and there are different layers to the world. So sometimes you're going to start with like rhyolite and then go to something else, and there's going to be ores there. So with the prospecting pick, you can kind of just see what's around you. Another thing I want to make is this hammer, because that's going to be a lot better for actually mining than the pickaxe. And then one other thing, I think it's this. Oh, I did too much. All right. Good thing it doesn't consume it unless you actually make the thing. And I just keep on messing it up. 1, 2. There we go. Blowpipe. This thing's going to help us out a lot later because you can hold hot stuff while you have it in your hand. And then I want to make it ingots. And I think that's okay for right now. These seem fine. Alright, so we're going to take some of this straw, which we need more. Fill these up. Yep, we need more. So let's make a knife real quick. Bang together a few rocks. Alright, and let's get some more straw. And pick up some flowers here, which we don't need now, but we will later once we settle down and we're trying to get some bees. So we'll just keep an eye on those. Any flowers we can just throw away, but right now we just need the straw. So we're just kind of going after that mostly. And here's more straw. Almost lost where I was doing all this. Alright. Now that that's done, let's just get rid of some of these flowers, because like I said, we don't need them now, but we will later. Let's see any others. All right. Logs. Logs are next. Oh, we can grab the right thing. All right, we're going to pile on these logs, and then we're going to light all this on fire. And I don't have enough hickory logs. It's oak. Thought I had more logs. I have chestnut. I think you can mix these together. Yes, you can. Okay, perfect. All right, and then we actually just need 2 sticks that are right in front of us. I'm going to rub these 2 sticks together and start a fire. All right, there we go. Now I'll just clear some of this stuff out, because otherwise the fire will spread. And then it's going to be lots of fun putting that out. Not really, I'm just saying that. All right, fire's already spreading. All right, so we'll just keep an eye on this here while we're waiting for everything to cook. And I think right now is the perfect time to go over our verse of the day. And the verse of the day today is Isaiah 40:11, chapter 40, verse 11. And it says, "He will tend to his flock like a shepherd. He will gather the lambs in his arms. He will carry them in his bosom, and gently lead those that are with young." And I think that we should all let the Lord gather us into his bosom and be with him. It's very important that we have a relationship with Christ, especially some of those that are lost. I know I was certainly lost at one time, and he scooped me up and said, "Nope, you're going the wrong direction. I'm taking you this way." And my life has been totally changed since. I was pretty into the world, and now that I've seen the light, seen the love of Jesus, I'm totally turned around, starting to make my way in the right direction. I'm not perfect. I stumble sometimes, but like I said, we're all human. We just need to rely on Christ and know that he's got our best interest in mind. And even if it's not a yes or no question, sometimes it's a not right now. Like if we're, wanting something as simple as finding clay, or, wanting a house, wanting a family, wanting really anything in life. We just have to trust that there's a plan in place that we can't know about. We might only see a tiny picture when God, Jesus, can see the whole thing. He could see a whole tapestry. We only see a thread. So we just need to trust that there is a plan. Might not make sense to us at any moment, but, it's in place. All right, and this is going to take quite a while to finish, another 5 minutes here. And I think I'm running out of time here for recording, so I'm just going to go ahead and let this cook while we are waiting for the sunrise as well. And I will see you guys next time for day 2. I hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and leave it a like. Leave a comment if you want. If you want to tell us how you were introduced to Jesus, how you were saved, or really anything about yourself, we can talk about that in the comments. Or if you just want to say you rock, I'll take that as well. But thank you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. God bless.
Onward, Christian soldiers!